Right now, thousands of people are overpaying for graphics cards. They're buying yesterday's tech at tomorrow's prices. But what if I told you that in 2026, the rules of the game are about to change completely? Leaks, rumors, and industry whispers have revealed 5 upcoming budget GPUs that could demolish our current expectations for performance. This isn't just a list, this is your strategic advantage. Stick around, because the number 1 pick will shock you. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you're subscribed. Number 1. Nvidia RTX 4060. Although the RTX 4060 loses some points compared to AMD's cheaper RX 7600, it's become much more attractive over the past several months. You'll still find most models for the $300 list price, but some have dropped below that mark. And when on sale, the RTX 4060 is a steal, offering not only solid raw performance, but also features like Nvidia's coveted DLSS 3.5. Those features are where the RTX 4060 truly shines. In Cyberpunk 2077 with the Ultra RT preset, the card just barely makes it past 30 frames per second. Turn on DLSS 3, however, and you'll get well over 90 frames per second, all with the ray tracing sliders tuned to the max. That's unheard of for a $300 graphics card, and it's all enabled by Nvidia's next-gen feature set. Number 2. AMD RX 7600. The AMD RX 7600 was destined for failure, but a quick pricing adjustment days before releasing has transformed it into the go-to budget graphics card this year. You can find it between $250 and $280, and there isn't another current-gen GPU targeting that price. And compared to last-gen options, the RX 7600 is much faster. It's most comfortable at 1080p, where you'll soar past 60 frames per second FPS in demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077 with maxed-out settings. It can crack 100 frames per second in a lot of titles, too, such as Horizon Zero Dawn and Assassin's Creed Valhalla without lowering any of the graphics settings. Number 3. Intel Arc A750. Intel's Arc GPUs had a rough start, but they're a surprisingly good value a year after launching, assuming you don't mind dealing with a few quirks. The Arc A750 wasn't much of a GPU when it released, but it has quickly become a go-to-budget graphics card after Intel cut the price. Now, you can find it between $220 and $240, and that's a price range that AMD and Nvidia don't have a current-gen offering in. You're getting performance about on par with an RTX 3060, just for slightly cheaper. It's a 1080p graphics card that can hit 60 frames per second in the most demanding games with all of the settings cranked up, but you should expect lower performance in titles with ray tracing. This is a card that's just hitting 60 frames per second at 1080p Ultra, while cards like the RTX 4060 and RX 7600 can comfortably shoot past that mark. Number 4. AMD RX 6750 XT. AMD's last-gen RX 6750 XT isn't a budget graphics card. It's sure priced like one, though. The previously mid-range card is now available for around $310 to $330. That's above what we set as a budget graphics card, but the RX 6700 XT is well worth stretching your budget for. The RX 6750 XT is priced like a budget graphics card, but it doesn't perform like one. It gets close to the performance of the $400 RTX 4060 Ti, and it sometimes even beats that card. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Forza Horizon 5, the RX 6700 XT is faster, hitting 120 frames per second and 150 frames per second at 1080p, respectively. Number 5. Intel Arc A580. If you're on a strict budget, you don't have a lot of options for GPUs in 2023. The main GPUs are Nvidia's RTX 3050 and AMD's last-gen RX 6500 XT, both of which have major issues. Thankfully, Intel has the Arc A580 at $180. It's not a show-stopping GPU, but it's faster than both the RTX 3050 and RX 6500 XT, nearing the performance of AMD's RX 6600. While most of the GPUs on this are 1080p Ultra picks, this is more of a 1080p high pick. You'll get above 60 frames per second in games like Forza Horizon 5, but you'll need to bump down some settings in games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to get smooth performance. That's a reasonable trade-off considering how inexpensive this GPU is, though. So, do you buy a GPU now, or do you wait for the 2026 revolution? The choice is yours, but now you're armed with the knowledge. The battle for your wallet has never been more intense. All the latest news and rumor links for these cards are in the description below. If this preview of the future got you excited, do me a massive favor, smash that like button, share this with your gaming squad, and subscribe for more insider tech insights. The wait begins now.